Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It is 9 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States, 2100 on the 1st of April, 2026. President Trump is scheduled to give an address from the White House, I believe the Oval Office, here in just moments, presumably about the conduct of the conflict in Iran. We're waiting to find out what's going to happen there, but we'll be with the president as soon as he goes live. He is not live at the moment, so just hang tight, and I'll be your host in the interregnum while we wait for the president to come on air. And so we expect to hear perhaps even some things about NATO tonight. President Trump is very unhappy with NATO, and we'll see if that continues. Where is... Oh, excuse me. There we go. Got it. Okay, so why is my camera not on? That's odd. There we go. You guys are very strange. Anyway, so yeah, President Trump is supposed to be on here very shortly, so we'll see how that goes, and we'll keep you up to date there. Welcome to everybody tuning in at this late hour on the East Coast of the United States. Only 6 p.m. in Las Vegas at the moment. I know this because I just left there last night. Yeah, Smeagol's back again. What a cool launch. It was pretty good, Blerk. I think the SpaceX ones are pretty cool, too. I really enjoyed those. So I'll make sure I've got the volume on so we don't miss the president when he starts. Hopefully it won't keep us waiting. Yep, the volume is... Oh, no, the volume's not on. Excuse me. There, the volume's on. So when he goes live, the moment he goes live, we'll hear it and we'll be able to switch back over. Yeah, so anybody's guess night. But there's this really cool song someone's done called Open the Trait. It's one of those AI trailer channels. It's got 126,000 views. Open the Strait. It's Trump singing reggae. It's pretty funny, actually. Yeah, so let me see. It's... Oh, here we go. President's, he's not at the Oval Office. Okay, here we go. President is coming out now, so he will begin his speech.
They are on the way, and God bless them. These are brave people. We want to God bless those 4 unbelievable astronauts. As we speak this evening, it's been just 1 month since the United States military began Operation Epic Fury, targeting the world's #1 state sponsor of terror, Iran. In these past 4 weeks, our armed forces have delivered swift, decisive, overwhelming victories on the battlefield. Victories like few people have ever seen before. Tonight, Iran's Navy is gone. Their Air Force is in ruins. Their leaders, most of them, terrorist regime they led, are now dead. Their command and control of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps is being decimated as we speak. Their ability to launch missiles and drones is dramatically curtailed, and their weapons, factories, and rocket launchers are being blown to pieces. Very few of them left. Never in the history of warfare has an enemy suffered such clear and devastating large-scale losses in a matter of weeks. Our enemies are losing in America, as it has been for 5 years under my presidency, is winning, and now winning bigger than ever before. Before discussing this current situation, I also want to thank our troops for the masterful job they did in taking the country of Venezuela in a matter of minutes. That hit was quick, lethal, violent, and respected by everyone all over the world. After rebuilding our military during my first term, we have by far the strongest military anywhere in the world, and now we're working along with Venezuela and are, in a true sense, joint venture partners. We're getting along incredibly well in the production and sale of massive amounts of oil and gas, the second largest reserves on Earth after the United States of America. We're now totally independent of the Middle East, and yet we are there to help. We don't have to be there. We don't need their oil. We don't need anything they have, but we're there to help our allies. Tonight, I want to provide an update on the tremendous progress our warriors have made in Iran and discuss why Operation Epic Fury is necessary for the safety of America and
the world.
Security of the free world.
Yep.
From the very first day I announced my campaign for president in 2015, I have vowed that I would never allow Iran to have a nuclear weapon. This fanatical regime has been chanting death to America, death to Israel
For 47 years.
For 47 years.
Yep.
Their proxies were behind the murder of 241 Americans in the
Beirut.
Marine barracks bombing in Beirut, the slaughter of hundreds of our service members with roadside bombs. They were involved in the attack on the USS Cole, and they carried out the countless other heinous acts, including the just horrible, bloody atrocities of October 7th in Israel, something that most people have never seen anything like it. This murderous regime also recently killed 45,000 of their own people who were protesting in Iran. 45,000 dead. For these terrorists to have nuclear weapons would be an intolerable threat. The most violent and thuggish regime on earth would be free to carry out their campaigns of terror, coercion, conquest, and mass murder from behind a nuclear shield. I will never let that happen, and neither should any of our past presidents. This situation has been going on for 47 years and should have been handled long before I arrived in office. I did many things during my 2 terms in office to stop the quest for nuclear weapons by Iran first, and perhaps most importantly, I killed General Qasem Soleimani in my first term. He was an evil genius, brilliant person, a horrible human being, however, the father of the roadside bomb, and he lived just horrible what he did. Iran would have been perhaps in far better, stronger position. Had he lived, we would have had probably a different conversation tonight. But you know what? We'd still be winning and winning big. And then very importantly, I terminated Barack Hussein Obama's Iran nuclear deal, a disaster. Obama gave them $1.7 billion in cash, green cash, took it out of banks from Virginia, D.C., and Maryland, all the cash they had. He flew it by airplanes in an attempt to buy their respect and loyalty, but it didn't work. They laughed at our president and went on with their mission to have a nuclear bomb. His Iran deal would have led to a colossal arsenal of massive nuclear weapons for Iran, and they would have had them years ago, and they would have used them. It would have been a different world. There would have been no Middle East and no Israel right now, in my opinion, the opinion of a lot of great experts, had I not terminated that terrible deal. And I was so honored to do it. I was so proud to do it. It was so bad right from the beginning. Essentially, I did what no other president was willing to do.
True.
They made mistakes, and I am correcting them. My first preference was always the path of diplomacy, yet the regime continued their relentless quest for nuclear weapons and rejected every attempt at an agreement. For this reason, in June, I ordered a strike on Iran's key nuclear facilities, an Operation Midnight Hammer. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. Those beautiful B-2 bombers performed magnificently. We totally obliterated those nuclear sites. The regime then sought to rebuild their nuclear program at a totally different location, making clear they had no intention of abandoning their pursuit of nuclear weapons. They were also rapidly building a vast stockpile of conventional ballistic missiles and would soon have had missiles that could reach the American homeland, Europe, and virtually any other place on Earth.
Yep.
Iran's strategy was so obvious. They wanted to produce as many missiles as possible, and they did, with the longest range possible, and they had some weapons that nobody believed they had. We just learned that out. We took them out. We took them all out so that no one would really dare stop them. And their race for a nuclear bomb, a nuclear weapon like nobody's ever seen before. They were right at the doorstep. For years, everyone has said that Iran cannot have nuclear weapons, but in the end, Those are just words if you're not willing to take action when the time comes. As I stated in my announcement of Operation Epic Fury, our objectives are very simple and clear. We are systematically dismantling the regime's ability to threaten America or project power outside of their borders. That means eliminating Iran's Navy, which is now absolutely destroyed, hurting their Air Force and their missile program at levels never seen before, and annihilating their defense industrial base. We've done all of it. Their Navy is gone, their Air Force is gone, their missiles are just about used up or beaten. Taken together, these actions will cripple Iran military, crush their ability to support terrorist proxies, and deny them the ability to build a nuclear bomb. Our armed forces have been extraordinary. There's never been anything like it militarily. Everyone is talking about it, and tonight I'm pleased to say that these core strategic objectives are nearing completion. As we celebrate this progress, we think especially of the 13 American warriors who have laid down their lives in this fight to prevent our children from ever having to face a nuclear Iran. Twice this past month, I've traveled to Dover Air Force Base.
Dignified return.
It's been something. I wanted to be with those heroes as they return to American soil, and I was with them and their families, their parents, their wives, their husbands. We salute them, and now we must honor them by completing the mission for which they gave their lives. And every single one of the people, their loved ones said, "Please, sir, please finish the job." Every one of them. And we are going to finish the job, and we're going to finish it very fast. We're getting very close. I want to thank our allies in the Middle East, Israel, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, the UAE, Kuwait, and Bahrain. They've been great, and we will not let them get hurt or fail in any way, shape, or form. Many Americans have been concerned to see the recent rise in gasoline prices here at home. This short-term increase has been entirely the result of the Iranian regime launching deranged terror attacks against commercial oil tankers in neighboring countries that have nothing to do with the conflict. This is yet more proof that Iran can never be trusted with nuclear weapons. They will use them, and they will use them quickly. It would lead to decades of extortion, economic pain, and instability worse than we can ever imagine. The United States has never been better prepared economically to confront this threat. You all know that. We built the strongest economy in history. We're going through it right now, the strongest in history. In 1 year, we've taken a dead and crippled country. I hate to say that, but we were a dead and crippled country after the last administration and made it the hottest country anywhere in the world by far, with no inflation, record-setting investments coming into the United States, over $18 trillion, and the highest stock market ever, with 53 all-time record highs in just 1 year. It all positioned us to get rid of a cancer that has long simmered. It's known as the nuclear Iran, and they didn't know what was coming. They've never imagined it.
No, they didn't.
Remember, because of our Drill Baby Drill program, America has plenty of gas. We have so much gas. Under my leadership, we are #1 producer of oil and gas on the planet, without even discussing the millions of barrels that we're getting from Venezuela. Because of the Trump administration's policies, we produce more oil and gas than Saudi Arabia and Russia combined. Think of that, Saudi Arabia and Russia combined. And that number will soon be substantially higher than that. There's no country like us anywhere in the world, and we're in great shape for the future. The United States imports almost no oil through the Hormuz Strait and won't be taking any in the future. We don't need it. We haven't needed it, and we don't need it. We've beaten and completely decimated Iran. They are decimated, both militarily and economically and in every other way. And the countries of the world that do receive oil through the Hormuz Strait must take care of that passage. They must cherish it. They must grab it and cherish it. They can do it easily We will be helpful, but they should take the lead in protecting the oil that they so desperately depend on. So to those countries that can't get fuel, many of which refuse to get involved in the decapitation of Iran, we had to do it ourselves. I have a suggestion. Number one, buy oil from the United States of America. We have plenty. We have so much. And number two, build up some delayed courage. Should have done it before. Should have done it with us, as we asked. Go to the strait and just take it, protect it, use it for yourselves. Iran has been essentially decimated. The hard part is done, so it should be easy. And in any event, when this conflict is over, the strait will open up naturally. It'll just open up naturally. They're going to want to be able to sell oil because that's all they have to try and rebuild. It will resume the flowing, and the gas prices will rapidly come back down. Stock prices will rapidly go back up. They haven't come down very much, frankly. They came down a little bit, but they've had some very good days over the last couple of days. We've done actually much better than I thought, but we had to take that little journey to Iran to get rid of this horrible threat. With our historic tax cuts, where people are just now talking about receiving larger refunds than they ever thought possible, they are getting so much more money than they thought. That's from the great big beautiful bill. Our economy is strong and improving by the day, and it will soon be roaring back like never before. It will top the levels that it was a month ago. I've made clear from the beginning of Operation Epic Fury that we will continue until our objectives are fully achieved.
So he's not stopping.
Thanks to the progress we've made, I can say tonight that we are on track to complete all of America's military objectives shortly, very shortly. We are going to hit them extremely hard over the next 2 to 3 weeks. We're going to bring them back to the Stone Ages where they belong. In the meantime, discussions are ongoing. Regime change was not our goal. We never said regime change, but regime change has occurred because of all of their original leaders' death. They're all dead. The new group is less radical and much more reasonable. Yet if during this period of time no deal is made, we have our eyes on key targets. If there is no deal, we are going to hit each and every one of their electric generating plants very hard and probably simultaneously. We have not hit their oil, even though that's the easiest target of all, because it would not give them even a small chance of survival or rebuilding. But we could hit it, and it would be gone, and there's not a thing they could do about it. They have no anti-aircraft equipment. Their radar is 100% annihilated. We are unstoppable as a military force. The nuclear sites that we obliterated with the B-2 bombers have been hit so hard that it would take months to get near the nuclear dust, and we have it under intense satellite surveillance and control. If we see them make a move, even a move for it, we'll hit them with missiles very hard again. We have all the cards, they have none. It's very important that we keep this conflict in perspective. American involvement in World War I lasted 1 year, 7 months, and 5 days. World War II lasted for 3 years, 8 months, and 25 days. The Korean War lasted for 3 years, 1 month, and 2 days. The Vietnam War lasted for 19 years, 5 months, and 29 days. Iraq went on for 8 years, 8 months, and 28 days. We are in this military operation, so powerful, so brilliant, against one of the most powerful countries for 32 days. And the country has been eviscerated and essentially is really no longer a threat. They were the bully of the Middle East, but they're the bully no longer. This is a true investment in your children and your grandchildren's future. The whole world is watching, and they can't leave the power, strength, and brilliance. They just can't believe what they're seeing. They leave it to your imagination, but they can't believe what they're seeing, the brilliance of the United States military. Tonight, every American can look forward to a day when we are finally free from the wickedness of Iranian aggression and the specter of nuclear blackmail. Because of the actions we have taken, we are on the cusp of ending Iran's sinister threat to America and the world. And I'll tell you, the world is watching. And when we do, when it's all over, the United States will be safer, stronger, more prosperous, and greater than it has ever been before.
Sounds like a plan.
May God bless the men and women of the United States Armed Forces, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much, and good night.
Wow. That's a lot less than I expected to see. Wow, from the president. Let's go and get that out of there. So he didn't announce anything. He's not ending anything. That's pretty wild. Kind of thought maybe something was going to come up there, but nope, that's it. So the Trumpster didn't speak long. He spoke 20 minutes, very uncharacteristic for President Trump, just a 20-minute speech, and not much to it. He just pretty much gave a state of what's going on. That seems reasonable, but yeah, nothing, no big surprises there. No, I'm not going to end the war, nothing like that. I think that's probably going to surprise some people, to say the very least, folks. To say the very least. Wow. That's crazy. So, yeah, anyway, that's it. That Trump is done. That was pretty short. So, go ahead. If you got questions for me, let's go ahead and chat. I wasn't expecting it to go that quickly. That was much faster than I was expecting. So, hey, what are you going to do? So, just checking on something here very quickly, folks. There we go. All right. Yeah. So, wow. Iranian people are grateful for what U.S. has done for them. Yep. He really needs some rest. Yeah, Trump does look a little tired there, but looks sharp. He's got to be 80 on June 14th. That's just around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be 80 years old. I hope I'm as energetic as at that 80. I think you're right, Phoenix. He's trying to reassure everyone. That's the purpose of this. This is a leader trying to calm the seas. Smee, again, you're correct again. Epic Fury has proven that the U.S. will not tolerate this fascism that's going on. So, yeah, I mean, what do we have happen as a consequence of that? Guess what? We've got the Europeans voting to evict all of these radical lunatics who've come into their country. I think it's fantastic. I don't think anything will come of it, but I think it's fantastic. But we'll see what happens from here. I mean, it would be fantastic if this was the deal. Okay, hang on a second here. A second, people sending stuff to the wrong place. People sending me messages in October about refugees, and that's not the right place to send it. Anyway, yeah. So what do you guys have to say? What are your thoughts on all of this? I think it was hit spot on there. He's just trying to reassure people. He's just being a leader, and I think that's brilliant that he's doing that. So good to see that Trump is all over it. So... has he stumped the intel officer? Who stumped me? No, I'm not stumped. I think I agree. He's just trying to reassure people. I'm not stumped at all. You're welcome for the broadcast, Loretta. Very subdued, probably strategic art of war. I agree. What else we got here? The leftists, latte sucking, TikTok validation, seeking women wouldn't have what they... Yeah, exactly. No deal yet. Nope, speech will hopefully ramp up soon. But it did wrap up soon, crypto noob. Petrol, 228 euros and rising. That's high, Heidi. That's in Amsterdam or Rotterdam? Made you look. Hello to you. Okay. Hey, Dan, what's going on, Orc Factor? All right, so you guys don't have a lot of questions tonight. No, I do. I think it's good that he spoke to people. Something you would never gotten out of Sleepy Joe Biden. That never would have happened. Guarantee it. Yep. Anyway, so... Yep, good to see. I mean, I really appreciate when a leader does that, because you shouldn't leave people hanging, which is kind of what's been going on. People have been left hanging, wondering. I mean, they've had the press conferences, but still, it's not the same. You know what I mean? Not the same. It's just not quite the same. But this, I think, Shawnee, it goes away towards, reassuring people. I agree. And hopefully that'll make a difference. Maybe it'll calm the markets down a little bit too. That's a possibility. yeah, probably calm the markets down, which has really, been a problem here. But not just the markets, but a lot of people running around like chickens with their heads cut off. It's just, it's a shame to see that. But hopefully that'll be sorted out here a little bit now with this information, calming things down. All right, so where are we at? Any more comments here? People are worried about supplies. Yeah, with good reason. We got bicycles. Yeah, I know. They've got bike lanes everywhere in the Netherlands, man. People love their bicycles. Yeah, they've always liked them, too. I'm not sure why, but they've always loved them. So, yeah, the Netherlands. Netherlands, beautiful spot, but they let far too many people enter their country and cause problems. So, it's been going on for a long time. So, but anyway, that's just Europe. But they were in the vanguard of letting these people that shouldn't have been in their country into their country, the Netherlands. So, a lot of people from Indonesia have long gone there. They've got a few million people of Indonesian origin living in that country. Yep. So, Cape Town International Jazz Festival. Man, I got a bunch of stuff on this. Oh, boy. Anyway. So, Trump, yeah, I thought he'd still be going. That went really fast. Kind of surprised me. Rollerblade to get around. I used to rollerblade. Yeah, South Africans have to use bicycles soon. Biden would have talked about his previous shower or smelling some little girl's hair. Probably. No doubt about that. I think you're right about that. Definitely would have been the case. Anyway, the women's WNBA be coming back soon, so I wonder if Caitlin Clark has recovered. That would be nice to know. Yep, it'd be nice to know. But I don't know if that's the case. We'll see. She was not effective last year with those injuries, and not good, which is a shame because that's why a lot of us watch the WNBA. Otherwise, we wouldn't watch it at all. Would not watch it at all. It's a black supremacy league. I don't care for supremacy of anybody. Everybody should get a fair chance. So, anyway, yeah. Well, guys, don't know how true, but they're planning on putting toll gates. Really? I didn't know about that. Peeketburg. Well, that's way north, Loretta. Peeketburg. That's quite a ways up there. What's your take on the speech, Newspot? Hey, Newspot, how you doing, man? Is that Isak? Isak, how you doing, man? How come you haven't invited me in lately? Especially with the war going on. I thought you would have wanted to talk to me. Yeah, Caitlin Clark is definitely the female version of Larry Bird. The way that they are, they're not particularly attractive, but appealing. So Newspot, my take on it is that this was an effort by a leader to reassure people what's going on, letting them know what's happening with the campaign and what has been achieved so far. That's all. That's what I see it as. Yep. Is that Isak? I'm just guessing it is. Okay. Come on this morning. Come on this morning news. I just got back from Vegas, man. What time do you want me to come on? I haven't slept. 6 South African time. That's midnight. All right. Okay, it is Isak. So that's midnight for me. I'll tell you what, Isak. I'll go take a couple hour nap and then I'll get up and I'll join at 6. How's that? How long you need me on for? Wow, Isak, are you like a secret viewer of the program? I didn't even know you watched this program, man. Sent you an email a while ago. So that was made you look. Greetings from Proud. So okay, thank you. Made you look. I'll try to remember to look that up. Okay, he'll WhatsApp me. Yeah, no, I'll get a couple hours sleep. I had a couple hours sleep earlier. Boy, I felt like I slept for a day. I just felt like I slept for a day earlier. It was pretty crazy. No, my take on it is Trump is just reassuring people, and that's the Iranians. One of my takes on the Iranians too is that the Iranians, we don't know who's in charge. You know what I mean? It's we don't know who's really in charge. The Trump team may be negotiating, but others aren't negotiating. So, I mean, what do you say? What do you say about that? That's just a deal. So, anyway, crazy stuff. What do you have here? Oh, that's what I was looking at. Okay, give me a second here. Something weird showing up on my screen here. Trying to multitask here. I don't know if it's working very well. Anyway, yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a couple hours sleep. I'll set my alarm, get up, and I'll come back and I'll I'll chat with Isaac on his program. So, guys, feel free to tune into NewsPod and hear what we discuss. We'll talk. It's been a while since I've been on this program. I think people in South have forgotten about me because I haven't been there in 5 minutes, So I haven't heard from Gareth Cliff in ages. Hadn't heard from Rob Hersoff. But then maybe it's on me to contact these people all the time. No, not really. It's a two-way street. Anyway, so that's kind of where we're at here with that event. So Trump was uncharacteristically short. I mean, honestly, I've got to say, very short speech, 20 minutes. I mean, that's got to be a record low. I don't think I've ever seen Trump speak for just 20 minutes. I mean, honestly, have you guys? Can you remember a time that Trump spoke for just 20 minutes? I can't. I really can't. Anyway. All right, so I'll appear on NewsPod then. Okay, beers in bed. All right, so I've got 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12, 2.5 hours, okay? Also going back to bed for a few. All right, Heidi, get some rest. Well, it's early for you. I mean, it's early. It's it's 2:30 in the morning for you or something like that. So you need to get some rest. But for me, I mean, remember, folks, I've been on the road working. I just got back from Las Vegas, and it's an overnight red-eye flight, so a little bit tired from that. Anyway, so. Oh, boy. Okay. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else we need to cover here. Hey, if you haven't seen my video for the interview with the director of the African Community Center there in Las Vegas, you owe it to yourself to go check it out. You owe it to go. Oh, look, funny here. Check this out. I was talking about the Kifness today because, I wasn't. Ronaldo brought the Kifness up. I just come across your email while I was sitting here to David Scott, the Kifness. This is March 22nd, 2023. So over 3 years ago. And this is where I wrote back to him. I said, with Ronaldo covering the clown attacking, it reminded me I tried to interview you 3 years ago. Would you be interested in interviewing my program? I'd like to politely decline. Thank you. Wishing you all the best. What is the Kifness? Why does David Scott not want to come on my program? That's twice he's turned down. Look, he has no obligation. I mean, I don't pay him. But why does he go on smaller channels, but he won't come on my channel? What is that all about? I really don't understand that. So, whatever. His prerogative. That's his business. But anyway, so whatever. Interesting how some people, whatever, not losing any sleep. Okay, so Isaac was here at NewsPod. That was pretty interesting. I wasn't expecting that. That kind of caught me off guard there. That kind of caught me off guard, folks. I didn't know that he even watched the program. Maybe because it was listed for President Trump being on tonight. Maybe that's why Isaac joined us. But welcome, Isaac. Good to see you there. Okay. All righty, so we're going to wrap it up here. I'm going to get a little snack to eat, too, because I'm kind of tired. The interview with the director was very informative. Okay, Loretta, thank you. Amazing video. Thank you, Jacques. Is it possible Iran's approach is delayed until the 16th mark? Rowan, anything's possible. I don't think they might be aware of that. I don't know. Hey, Mad Max, okay. Mad Max, what about Friday? Are you free to do an interview on Friday, Mad Max? Oh, Isaac says, of course I watch your program. Well, I didn't know that, man. How do I know that? We never talked about it. I've just been on your program before. Yeah, I look forward to it too, but I need to get some rest, get some beauty sleep, so I'm fresh as a daisy for that. You notice I've been dropped off the Starbucks and the tea when I can. I'm drinking water. Just trying to be a little healthier here. Okay, so we'll probably do Mad Max's refugee interview on Friday. Anyway, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. You all take care. Thanks for being here. Appreciate your support for the channel. Be sure to hit the like button. And what I'll probably do, if I'm not on too long on with Isaac, I might do a Night Owls, after midnight. So it'll be early morning for South Africans. I mean, I've had a strange schedule because of my time in Las Vegas this past week. So, all right, guys, thanks. Hit the like button on your way out the door. Okay, always carry around a hip flask of whiskey. Water will rust you. I'm not made of steel or tin. I'm not going to rust. All right, guys, thanks. Anyway, tune into Isaac's program NewsPod a little bit later, okay? And you'll be able to catch me on there. Cool beans. All right, that's going to do it. Cheers. Bye-bye. Hit the like button.